Hi everyone, I just wanted to check in as another week has passed. I'm now in my 10th week of the program, so I thought I'd share some of the gains I've made since last week. In fact, I'd like to share one thing that I consider a huge improvement since the beginning of this program. This last session was the first time in my life that I've managed to do 100 push-ups in a workout session. Of course, I didn't do them all in one go, but I managed all 5 sets of 20. My form could be better, but that's something I work on the next time. I've decided to hold off on adding any extra push-ups until I'm strong enough to do all 100 with the perfect form. And if you remember, I started doing only 6 push-ups on my toes, so I've come pretty far from that. And now let's look at what I've learned from last week. Firstly, I was much quicker with my meal prep. Filming does slow down the process, but I'm getting the hang of it now, I think. Secondly, I have to mention this calorie counting and tracking bit, as I had a conversation with someone about it a few days ago, and we discussed all the pros and cons. We agreed though that it's just one tool among many that can help you reach your goals. I learned a few things about myself last week thanks to meal prepping and tracking. Even though it takes time, it's a doable way for me. I tried lots of different things, and I believed people who said that you just need to eat certain foods or leave out one nutrient group totally to lose weight. No need to care about calories, which is somehow true because if someone eats only low calorie density foods, they will be in deficit anyway. And while I knew there are many ways to do it, I still believed them, but I felt restricted, I wasn't satiated, I constantly craved those foods that I wasn't allowed to eat. So it was just not something I can keep up long term, so I quit. When we started this program, I didn't plan to go into this topic with you guys. Calorie counting isn't for everyone, and it can be definitely a stress trigger for most. For me, it's the opposite. It gives me peace of mind. My days are so hectic, and my meal times should align with my work schedule, and it's changing almost every day, so planning is crucial. I mean, if I end up getting too hungry, I eat way more than I should, and not always the good stuff. So that's why I ended up bringing these meal prep ideas into this program. Even if you don't want to track, I think you'll find that these recipes are really cool and simple. So in a nutshell, I've found that planning and tracking are working much better for me. I've noticed a difference in my mood recently. It makes a big difference to my day when I can factor in some treats. I even start my day with a cake. At least it's pretty similar to a cake. If you've seen my latest video, which is about my meals over one day, you might remember that breakfast I made. It still blows my mind every morning. The truth is that I love food and I want to enjoy it as part of my life. It's one way for me to stay stress-free. Since I started to track my food, I stopped craving chocolate and small bites of treats here and there. And I'm more than happy to eat fruit if I have a few spare calories left. But if it comes to eat an ice cream, that's also okay. I can calculate it into my plan. For me, it's freedom. For others, it might feel restriction. Just like everything else in life, try and find out what works for you. If something feels restrictive, you have to forget about it because you won't be able to stick to it. Food has to be joy, but if you have certain goals, it doesn't mean that you can eat whatever you want, whenever you want. Just find the right balance. Tracking is the key for that. Tracking and planning. But I will talk about it more in the coming days and weeks. Not just tracking, but I want to give you practical tips how to work your way around your meals. So I hope I can give you some value. And I also hope that you do the trainings and try to get that 10,000 steps every day. See you soon.